Welcome back, everybody. It's the Ultimate Pool British Open, and we are back with the main draw here as we head into Group 32 of the British Open. It contains Matt Cooke. It's the group that also contains Declan Brennan and Cohen Bradford, as well as Kurt Brewer, and at the table right now, Ross Smith. The state of the group is currently thus: Declan Brennan has played 2, he has won 2, he's only lost 3 frames in that time as well. Matt Cooke has played 2, won 1 and lost 1. He beat Kurt Brewer yesterday, lost to Cohen Bradford. Ross Smith, meanwhile, is 0-2 to start, lost 5-4 in his first match to Kurt Brewer. Declan Brennan dusted him 5-1. So an interesting situation in the group currently. This is must-win territory for Ross Smith, otherwise he's definitely out. Declan Brennan is 2-0. Matt Cooke, Kurt Brewer, Cohen Bradford all 1-1 and about the same frame difference. And Ross Smith on a frame difference of -5 and 0-2. So work to do for Ross, but he's a good player. We've had him on before on the main arena table here on Ultimate Pool. Very well liked individual as well, so I'm sure he's got plenty with him in the arena at the moment, helping him along. And for Matt Cooke, an opportunity to get out ahead. He's currently second in the group on frame difference, and if he can produce something in this match, he'll go a long way to securing his spot into the main last 64 draw. As I've bringing you up to speed there with everything that's happening in the group, Ross has been making his way through this finish, and in such a way that, oh, that is a fabulous shot. And I was about to say, in such a way that almost said to me, I wonder if he's forgotten about that ball on the bottom rail, Tony Holgate. But no, he hasn't, and he's really manufactured something that wasn't really there to have a shot at this yellow, as tough as it is.
He absolutely battered that ball in with side, didn't he? But he's hung the yellow.
Oh, he's a little unlucky. I think he was so worried about the cue ball there that you naturally try and pop that shot thin. Actually, he's ended up a little bit short on the cue ball, which maybe just says he just missed it and made it a bit too thick. A great chance for Matt Cooke. Always feel like if your first frame at the table is this sort of scenario where your opponent's had first go and not quite made it, it's really the dream scenario coming to the table, because you've got a little bit less pressure on. Nice open layout to get yourself settled into the match. First one in front of the TV cameras, at least, of the season for the Cookie Monster. That's a nice shot. Comes in and deals with his difficult ball early.
Still very tricky, this. I don't think you can play the one at the bottom on this shot. Hence he's going to the middle. I think he wants to get a bit straighter on it. Yeah, I prefer this way. Wants to get on it now, though. If you can get just away from the cushion, about 3 balls widths up the table from the red that's on the bottom rail, that'll be just about perfect when he's missed a shot. Well.
Yeah, that's it. Do you think he's just tried to be a little bit too precise there? Do he need to be that close to the red? I know it's a tricky ball on the bottom rail, but I just feel like he's trying to cheat the pocket maybe a little bit too much there. I don't know. Great chance for Ross Smith there, which we can say.
Tell you what, has he pulled that back too far?
Oh, he may have done. Oh, he's fine.
Just.
He's fine. Any further and he's in bother. Yeah, nice shot from Ross. Be interesting to see how quickly these two settle, because obviously they've played 2 matches. They'll be in stroke, so to speak, and I think Ross will be in the amateur event as well this weekend, so I'm sure he's played quite a bit of pool. But this main arena table, we've heard all weekend long about how quickly it is playing, and there's no particular rhyme or reason for that. there's all sorts of theories regarding lights and all that sort of thing, how differently the cloth reacts, but it is in theory exactly the same as every other table in this venue, but it is just playing quicker. It plays super fast. And as soon as you get used to that, you're used to it, it'll play like a dream, but coming from one table to the other, let's just have that little bit of adaptation required. Matt Cooke looking comfy in his chair as Ross Smith heads on up to break off in frame number 2.
And he goes dry. Sort of like the cut break, but he was catching halfway down the front ball as well when he plays it. So Matt Cooke with first option. And there's problems with each set here, really. Mainly on the right-hand cushion, red and yellow there, a bit tricky. Also, not sure that yellow passes to black. And it's reds that Matt wants. And reds is what Matt gets.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, first day with the new lips. Fairness, I'm just recovering from helping those removal lads bring your food in. Nicely controlled there by Matt Cooke.
Yeah, he's definitely got some work to do with that 8 ball at the top of the table. I'm a little intrigued to see what he's going to do with it. Because the sort of most obvious ball to break into it, at least, would have maybe been this red that he's sort of on now to the top right.
Yeah, but if you're breaking it from that one, you're coming behind.
Well, exactly.
The yellow
so
and the black.
Yeah, so it doesn't really work.
I think he might be doing it last.
Which is brave.
Well, you're taking a chance.
You think it's off the yellow closest to the left centre, the red even closest to the right, left centre?
Well, that's just changed the complexion. He wanted to come down and get onto that red on the rail, and he's nowhere near it. Now, the ball he's probably going to have to take was the ball he wanted to use to knock out the black, which is the one that's nearest the left-hand centre.
There's still some scope here to pull back if he wants to, Matt. He's not going to. Which is, well, I would say brave. If he gets out, he gets out, but if he doesn't, he's almost certainly going to be 2-0 down. And with yellow tied up by the 8 ball, yellow on the right rail, you know, he could have made that a little messy for Ross coming to the table. Oh, he's going to be flying into this.
Got to cut this in the middle. Can't play this in the corner now. It's a thin cut to the middle.
Doesn't feel exactly like a controlled cannon into the 8 ball, though. Do you know what I mean?
It won't be controlled.
He's just sort of trusting to luck a little bit.
It's going to be out of control.
Oh, he did try and control it to his credit. And played a lovely cannon, but he didn't get the pot, which was easily the most important thing of that. Now, does Ross try and make him suffer? Because that yellow by the red is a big problem for Ross. Red is very safe, certainly from the top of the table, because of that yellow. So do you try and manufacture a little bit of key ball in hand, or make Matt try and play that red from an awkward position and try and move your yellow? I'd be tempted to.
I think he just made an attempt there to get that yellow out on that shot.
Well, he did, yeah, and he's a long way off it.
Attempt number 2. But where's the cue ball going? Uh-oh. Well, Ross Smith. Really didn't get close to this. He's paid the penalty. Been a bit gung-ho there with that. And a very grateful Matt Cooke comes to the table with ball in hand and a simple roll in with the red.
Now, I don't want to sound wise after the event, because I don't think it's a very good colour, but do you sort of see my point on both of those visits there, where I felt like probably both players were maybe a little bit too attacking? They had options to be a bit more conservative and take maybe an extra visit to win the frame, but it felt like a better bet.
I think Ross made a mistake there, definitely trying to move that yellow from that ball, because he had 2 more yellows where it was a lot easier to get on, where you couldn't possibly commit the foul. Maybe just a little hurried. 1-0 up, and he wanted to make it 2 very quickly, but lunging at that yellow has cost him, and he's now level with Matt. Dylan Leary and Eddie Barker there, Batman, and Phil Parkin just to the left of them. 3 of our ultimate pool professionals all watching on. They're obviously not playing till a bit later. I'm sure all 3 of them, if they were on them within the next hour or so, wouldn't be sat there watching a game. They'd be probably striking themselves up somewhere else. Excellent break there from Matt Cooke. Makes 2 yellows, but reds I feel will be the colour. And this is a very open opportunity for Cookie.
Yeah, Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary, good mates with Matt Cooke. Sort of hang around together. They're in their own little clan at events. And with Scott Yardley as well. A cluster of boys who all play out the same sort of neck of the woods. You can see the club there on Matt's shirt, Racks in Maidenhead. Batman had an excellent result on the Monday. Just gone in the Champions League. He was our qualifier through from Group 8. And complete something of an old boys club group, Tony, for the last 16. Because that group 2 of the last 16, now looks like Eddie Barker, Dylan Leary, Bill Harrison and Dave Fernandez.
Wow. Combined age of?
Eddie estimated it about 200.
There's a few years of experience in that collection of gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Well, since Ross Smith's foul, he hasn't been back to the table. After that one foul, he could have watched 2 frames passing by.
Oh, that's not your best shot, Cookie.
Played it too soft, way too soft. If he's been lucky, he can see the red at the bottom. If he can't, he's in a world of hurt.
I'm trying to judge his facial expression. It looks to me from the main camera here that he's okay on the red to the bottom. It's a fiddly little sort of positional shot onto his next one because it's about holding it. Yeah, he's on it okay. Ooh. Oh, is he? Yeah,
Played that well, just with the right-hand side, just to push it.
That was why there was the grimace, because holding the cue ball was hard there.
You can see that he's not on that.
And I think he did just have to turn it a fraction, didn't he? And, you know, to make that happen, you almost have to inject that little bit of pace just to push it out, to come back in. Just meant the cue ball's tracked up a little bit far at the table. Still makeable, but odds against. And he's just going to come up short. Big chance for Ross Smith to go 2-1 in front.
Well, just the simple stuff left to do for Ross Smith. And he'll be a relieved man. He'll know that Matt Cooke should have taken out that finish, and that's a very well-controlled screw shot. Simple black now for Ross. And he'll edge himself back in front. And he does so. And now 2 away. Sorry, 3 away, should I say. Still in ladies' frames mode with their first to 4. And these obviously are races to 5. So 2-1 to Ross Smith. But Matt Cooke will be very, very disappointed he didn't run that rack. Ross moved that red out there, but he's still got a very awkward red at the top of the table. I wondered if he'd just played the plant there, red, yellow, red. Now he can get up, he can get on it now. But this, when he plays his shot, and he's going to sort of screw into the yellow that's just on this top rail, he has to leave the cue ball there after the yellow has departed. If he gets too much into this, he'll bring the cue ball with the yellow, and then he'll be halfway down the table. Oh, he's played it with a gentle flick. Not much angle, that was the problem with playing the gentle way. You see he's pushing a load aside on. That's a great shot. You saw Matt Cooke there applaud that one. Lots of cue power. In fairness, he's slightly gone too far. I mean, I didn't think he could even get that far down the table with a cue ball. Now he's having who's got the other problem, which is, does he take his medicine and play from up there, which is where he's put his hand? Yeah, he's not trying anything elaborate. No Hollywood shot there for Ross Smith. Now this is a very big shot. Cue ball going to be coming back round the back of the red, and it's perfect. This for 3-1. In it goes. And a very good finish there for Ross Smith, and that gives him a nice 2-frame cushion against Matt Cooke. It's very calm and composed. Well, Matt Cooke, they're trying a little, very sort of jabby cut break. I didn't like this break at all, really. Not an awful lot moving around the table, and hence he has gone dry as well. So I don't know what that sort of break was all about. But what it has done is hand the table straight to Ross Smith, who's already cruising at 3-1. With a great chance here to smash into overdrive, get on the hill. Really nothing much to do here with these yellows. Sort of point and click. As you nearly missed the first one that was straight. Wow, he's lucky the other yellow was there. You see he breathes a sigh of relief, because that was a pretty bad shot there from Ross Smith. He's now got to make this plant, and it's all about where the second yellow goes. He's played that very well, so he's recovered the situation, but I have to say he's been a little bit fortunate, to say the least. Straight yellow into the corner. Only thing he's got to do is just bring the cue ball back past that red. Two simple tap-ins now for Ross Smith. This for 4-1. Well, it's been one-way traffic ever since Matt Cooke's miss a couple of frames ago. And Ross Smith now just one away.
Yeah, and you have to say, you know, full credit to Ross Smith, because we mentioned earlier, he came into this match knowing that he was right under the pump, had to win. 2 matches, 2 defeats so far, really under it. And, you know, a little bit of an iffy start, which was true of both players. But I think he's really taken control of this match and ended up playing some really nice stuff here. One away from a really good win. And we'll sort of put the cat among the pigeons in this group, really. Certainly have Matt Cooke looking over his shoulder. Cohen Bradford awaiting an opportunity, so two in that group is Kurt Brewer, and it makes that match, which is coming up at 2:45 on one of the outside tables, a big one, because winner of that would essentially hold a qualification spot heading into their last match of the group stage, which could be a big moment for either Cohen or Kurt. Ross back at the table, 10 minutes left in the match, and he's on the hill.
Well, it has to take yellows, surely. I know there's a dodgy yellow stuck behind the black ball, but you can't pot a red. And to be fair, where the yellows are, it would be easily nudged out with that yellow. So just wants to drop this in the centre. In she goes, and he can do it right now. He can play the ball into the top right-hand corner. He's now looking at his angle. He just wants to come off this top rail. Now, he doesn't want to hit the black, because the danger of hitting the black first, yes, it'll shunt the yellow out, but the cue ball can end up stuck behind it. So just connect the yellow. But he did hit the black. It's okay. He can just snip the yellow into the left-hand centre. The cue ball will then bump into that red, which will hold the cue ball. So referee Orich looking on with his watchful eye. Well, he's gone down the length of the table. He's missed it. I don't understand that shot. I really don't. I think he could have. It was very easy to just play that into the centre, and the cue ball would have nudged that red away. That's in the centre of those two yellows. So he'd have been in a similar position, but without the red there. And really, with an easy finish. So playing that down now, just not for me, that shot. So then the other side of the coin, he's not left Matt Cooke an awful lot, but he shouldn't have left him anything. This match should have been done.
Yeah, from Matt's perspective, that's a lovely shot. Oh, he's been a bit unfortunate. If the yellows come and got in the way of the red to the bottom left, that's tough. May still be just about okay. He may have to. Yeah, he's okay. He's all right. Just needs to get a grip of this cue ball. I like this selection. He's going top right next. It's a lovely shot. That enabled him to get control of that cue ball, as we were mentioning. So these now all connect up pretty nicely.
Yeah, he's done all the hard work here. I mean, two incredibly good shots from Matt Cooke, especially being completely under the whip now at 4-1 down. Still 7 minutes as well for Matt. Gets this now.
Yeah, this match is not over. It really isn't. Long, long way to go. Oh, wow. Oh, Cookie. What have you done? He left himself a little funky on this 8 ball, but that is unforgivable. I think if the 8 ball goes in, I think the cue ball stays up. But it was obviously in his mind. I mean, it's crazy. You just don't expect misses like that.
Well, Ross Smith now just with this black ball to win this match 5-1. He really didn't think he was going to get a chance in this frame.
Yeah, the definition of a let-off. Ross Smith wins it. Matt Cooke defeated and is now a little bit up against it when it comes to qualification now is Cookie. But a good win for Ross Smith. He needed to win and he has won. And a really good result for him as well. 5-1 victory over Ultimate Pool Pro Matt Cooke, and Ross Smith at long last on day 2 of the British Open is on the board in the group stages.